What if I told you the reason you're not building wealth is because you're doing exactly what everyone told you to do? I mean, you've heard it from day one. Work hard, save money, stay out of debt, buy a house, put money in a retirement account. Sounds responsible, right? Responsible, safe, smart. But look, here's the problem nobody likes to admit. Some of the most popular financial advice in the world is quietly keeping millions of people broke. Not poor, not homeless, just stuck. Working harder every year, earning more money, yet somehow still feeling like they're running on a treadmill that keeps speeding up. Meanwhile, the people quietly building real wealth, they're playing a completely different game. By the end of this video, we're breaking down 10 pieces of financial advice everyone follows that secretly trap people in the middle class. And the first one, it's probably the most dangerous piece of financial advice ever created. Trap number 1, save your way to wealth. Now look, I get it. We all know this one sounds so innocent. You've heard it since childhood. Save your money. Put it in the bank. Be responsible. And just to be clear, saving money is not bad. Saving money is smart. But believing you can save your way to wealth, that's where things fall apart. Let's walk through a quick reality check. Imagine someone saves $500 every single month. That's disciplined. That's impressive. That's more than most people manage. After 10 years, they've saved about $60,000. Sounds great, except here's the uncomfortable truth. That money didn't grow very much because banks don't build wealth. They preserve money. Savings accounts exist for safety, not growth. Meanwhile, the wealthy, they treat saving very differently. To them, saving money is not the goal. Saving is just the launch pad. They save money for one reason, so they can invest it. Think of it like seeds. Saving is collecting seeds. But if you never plant them, you'll never grow a forest. This is why wealthy people obsess over assets, businesses, stocks, real estate, investments that grow while they sleep. Meanwhile, millions of people proudly say things like, I have $30,000 in savings, which sounds impressive until you realize that money is sitting there doing absolutely nothing. It's like owning a farm and refusing to plant anything. Responsible? Sure, but wealth? Not even close. And this leads directly into the second piece of advice that quietly keeps people stuck, because the next rule people follow actually sounds responsible, but kills opportunity. Trap number 2, avoid all debt. Now, fair warning, this one might trigger a lot of people watching this right now, because the moment you say debt isn't always bad, someone in the comments starts typing in all caps. But stay with me for a second, because this is one of the biggest misunderstandings in finance. There are actually 2 types of debt: bad debt and productive debt. Bad debt is what most people think of: credit cards for clothes, financing vacations, buying expensive toys you can't afford. That kind of debt drains money from your life. But productive debt? That's the kind wealthy people use constantly. Real estate investors borrow money to buy properties that produce rent. Business owners borrow money to expand companies. Investors borrow money to acquire assets. They use debt like a tool. Meanwhile, the average person has been taught something very different. Debt is evil. Debt will ruin your life. Never borrow money. So what do? They avoid every opportunity that involves leverage. And ironically, that safety mindset keeps them stuck, because most wealth in the world is built using leverage. Think about it. Real estate, mostly built with loans. Businesses often started with borrowed capital. Investments, frequently scaled using leverage. Debt is not the problem. What you use it for is the problem. Using debt to buy liabilities is dangerous. Using debt to buy assets? That's how wealth multiplies. But wait, let me pause real quick and say that if you're actually serious about building real wealth using AI, assets, and not just watching videos about it, join the Stealth Wealth Society right now. Once you join, you'll get complete access to the entire Stealth Wealth store for a limited time. So if you've been meaning to level up, this is your window. Links in the pinned comment and description below. But anyways, now the next piece of financial advice quietly tricks people into buying one of the biggest money traps in modern life. Trap number 3, buy a house as soon as possible. For as long as I can remember, it seems like people have always believed something very simple. Buying a house automatically means you're building wealth. And again, there's some truth here. Real estate can absolutely build wealth. But the way most people buy houses does the exact opposite. Let's paint a picture. Imagine someone stretches their finances to buy a large house. Big mortgage, big payments, big maintenance costs, property taxes, insurance, repairs, furniture. Suddenly, most of their income disappears into the house. They feel proud. They're homeowners. But financially, they're trapped because the house isn't producing income. It's consuming it. The wealthy approach housing very differently. Many of them start by buying income-producing properties first. Rental units, duplexes, small apartments, assets that generate cash flow. Those properties pay for themselves. Sometimes they even pay for the owner's lifestyle. Meanwhile, millions of people buy the biggest house the bank will approve and then spend the next 30 years paying it off. Again, nothing wrong with owning a home, but believing your house alone will make you wealthy. That belief has kept people stuck for generations. And the next piece of advice actually explains why so many people fall into this trap, because it sounds like the most logical strategy in the world, but it quietly limits how much money you can ever make. Trap number 4, get a good job and work hard. Okay, now this advice is straight up nonsense. Sure, working hard matters, developing skills matters, but believing a job alone will make you wealthy, that's where things break down. Because jobs trade time for money, and time is limited. There are only 24 hours in a day. Even if someone earns $100 an hour, their income still has a ceiling. This is why wealthy people obsess over something different. Ownership, owning assets, owning businesses, owning investments. Assets create income without requiring constant time. A rental property produces rent. A business produces profit. A stock portfolio produces dividends. These income streams can grow without requiring more hours. Jobs are powerful for one reason. They generate cash flow, but the wealthy rarely stop there. They convert job income into asset ownership. Meanwhile, many people stay trapped in the job cycle forever. More hours, more promotions, more income, but very little ownership, which leads directly to the next piece of financial advice that sounds responsible, but slowly drains financial momentum. And this one might surprise you. Trap number 5. Budget every dollar. Now look, don't get me wrong. Yes, budgeting is helpful. Understanding where your money goes is important. But many people take budgeting to an extreme. They obsess over small expenses, cutting coffee, canceling subscriptions, saving a few dollars here and there. Meanwhile, the wealthy focus on something completely different. Income growth. Because there's a massive difference between cutting expenses and expanding opportunity. Let's say someone cuts $5 from their daily coffee habit. That saves about $1,800 per year. Helpful. But what if they spent that same energy learning a skill, starting a side income, or investing? That could generate far more than $1,800. This is why wealthy people don't obsess over small expenses. They focus on big financial moves. Increasing income, building assets, scaling investments. In other words, they focus on expanding the pie, not just slicing it thinner. And the next piece of advice people follow might be the most limiting belief of all, because it convinces people to delay wealth for decades. Trap number 6. Wait until retirement to enjoy your money. Now we got to talk about one of the strangest ideas modern society ever invented. The idea that life should work like this. Spend the first 40 years of adulthood working. Wake up early, commute, stress, grind, save money, and then someday, when you're 65, you finally get to enjoy life. Think about that for a second. We've normalized a system where the best years of your life are spent preparing for a future you might not even reach. And that's not meant to sound dramatic. It's just reality. Life is unpredictable. But here's the deeper problem with the retire later mindset. It trains people to delay financial thinking. They tell themselves, I'll start investing later. I'll build wealth later. I'll figure it out later. And before they realize it, later becomes decades. Meanwhile, the wealthy approach money with a completely different philosophy. They focus on financial freedom, not retirement. Financial freedom means building systems where your money works for you long before you're 65. That could mean investments producing income, rental properties generating cash flow, businesses running without constant oversight. Instead of asking, how do I survive until retirement? They ask a very different question. How do I make work optional? And once you start thinking that way, everything changes, because the next piece of financial advice actually encourages the exact opposite mindset. It pushes people toward a path that often creates more financial pressure, not less. Trap number 7, go to college and everything will work out. Now, before anyone starts throwing textbooks at their screen, Let me be crystal clear. Education is powerful. Learning is valuable. Knowledge creates opportunity. But the belief that college automatically guarantees financial success, that's a myth that has quietly collapsed over the past 20 years. Because college used to be rare. A degree meant you had specialized knowledge. Today, millions of people graduate every year with similar degrees, and many of them enter the workforce carrying something heavy: student debt. Lots of it. In the United States alone, student loan debt has passed $1.7 trillion. Think about that number. That's not just a statistic. That's millions of people starting adulthood financially behind. Now again, education itself isn't the problem. The problem is believing education alone is enough. Wealth isn't built from information alone. It's built from application, skills, ownership, investments, opportunity. Some of the wealthiest people in the world didn't become rich because they collected degrees. They became wealthy because they learned how money actually moves, how businesses work, how investments grow, how systems scale. Meanwhile, many people follow a very different path. Graduate, get a job, pay off debt, repeat, and suddenly they're 35 wondering why they're working harder than ever, but still not building serious wealth. Which leads to the next piece of financial advice that sounds extremely responsible, but secretly keeps people financially stuck. Trap number 8, play it safe with your money. All right, listen closely because this one is sneaky. We all know safety feels good. Safe feels responsible. Safe feels mature. But here's the strange thing about money. Playing it safe often creates the biggest financial risk of all, because inflation exists. Every year, money loses purchasing power. In simple terms, things get more expensive. If your money is sitting still, it's slowly shrinking. Imagine putting money under a mattress for 20 years. It might still be there, but it won't buy nearly as much. This is why wealthy people rarely obsess over safety alone. They focus on growth, calculated risk, investments, opportunities. They understand something many people never fully grasp. Risk isn't the enemy. Uninformed risk is. The difference between gambling and investing isn't luck. It's knowledge, research, strategy, and patience. Meanwhile, millions of people keep their money parked in places where it barely grows because it feels safe. But ironically, that safety slowly erodes their financial future. Which brings us to the next piece of advice that quietly fuels one of the most expensive habits in modern society. Trap number 9, treat yourself. You deserve it. Now, this phrase sounds harmless. Treat yourself. You worked hard. You deserve it. And occasionally, that's absolutely true. Enjoying life matters. Experiences matter. But here's where things get dangerous. When treat yourself becomes a lifestyle, because modern consumer culture runs on one simple idea: spend now, worry later. New phone, new car, new clothes, new gadgets. Every purchase feels small in the moment, but stacked together over years, they become enormous. And here's the wild part. Many wealthy people live the opposite way. They don't rush to upgrade everything the moment they can afford it. They delay consumption. They invest first. They let assets grow, and only later, when investments are producing income, do they increase lifestyle. This is sometimes called stealth wealth, quiet wealth, because the people who are truly rich often look surprisingly normal. They're not trying to prove anything. They're playing a much longer game. Meanwhile, social media constantly encourages the opposite behavior. Look rich now. Figure out the money later. And that mindset quietly keeps people stuck in a cycle of earning and spending, which leads to the final piece of financial advice, and the one rule wealthy people actually follow. Because the truth is, most of the advice we've talked about today isn't evil. It's just incomplete. And once you understand the missing piece, the entire financial puzzle starts to make sense. Trap number 10, focus on earning more money. Now, this one might sound strange at first, because earning more money sounds like the obvious solution to financial problems. More income means more freedom, right? Well, not exactly. Because earning more money doesn't automatically build wealth. In fact, some of the highest earners in the world are also some of the most financially stressed people you'll ever meet. Doctors making $300,000 a year, lawyers earning six figures, tech workers bringing in huge salaries. And yet, many of them still feel stuck. Why? Because income and wealth are not the same thing. Income is what you earn. Wealth is what you keep and grow. You can make $1 million a year and still have zero wealth if every dollar flows right back out. And this happens more often than people realize. Someone gets a raise, so they upgrade their lifestyle. Better car, bigger house, more expensive vacations, more subscriptions, more convenience. Suddenly, the higher income disappears just as fast as it arrives. This is called lifestyle inflation. And it's one of the biggest wealth killers in modern society because income can rise forever. But if spending rises with it, financial freedom never actually arrives. Meanwhile, the wealthy focus on something very different. They don't just ask, how much money can I earn? They ask, how many assets can I own? Because assets produce income even when you're not working. Stocks produce dividends. Businesses produce profits. Real estate produces rent. Investments produce growth. Assets are like employees that never call in sick. They work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And once you understand this idea, the entire game of money changes. But here's the deeper truth. None of the advice we talked about earlier is completely useless. Saving money helps, working hard helps, avoiding bad debt helps. The real problem is when those ideas become the entire strategy, because the wealthy follow a completely different financial rule. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. Now, if there's one thing I want you to take away from this video, it's this. The truth about money is surprisingly simple. Wealth isn't built from dramatic financial moves. It's built from small decisions repeated consistently over time. Spending slightly less than you earn, investing the difference, buying assets instead of liabilities, being patient while those assets grow. It doesn't look flashy, it doesn't look exciting, but over years and decades, those boring financial habits quietly create extraordinary outcomes. And the people who follow them often end up with something far more valuable than just money. Freedom. Freedom over their time. Freedom over their choices. Freedom over their future. And once you experience that kind of freedom, you realize something surprising. Money itself was never the real goal. Freedom was. Now, if you made it this far, comment the words stealth wealth below. I always read the comments, and I'm curious how many people are starting to see the money game differently. Don't forget to join the Stealth Wealth Society, and if this video opened your eyes, there's another concept you absolutely need to understand. Because once you start building wealth, something strange starts happening. The truly rich begin to behave very differently from what most people expect. They stop trying to look wealthy. They start hiding it, quietly, strategically. And that's exactly what we're breaking down in the next video. Why rich people avoid looking rich. Trust me, once you understand this idea, you'll start seeing wealth completely differently. So if you want to learn the hidden habits of the quietly wealthy, go watch that video next.